Hello friends, I decided to do a couple of paper bag projects. I have paper bags sitting around and I just want to use them and make something and get rid of them. I'm not a bright color person. The reds are beautiful. I typically, me, I like the blacks and the golds and the silver and the craft paper, but it's Valentine's Day. I have the paper, I have the bags, I might as well use them. Nothing wrong with it. It's just not me, really. But it's the season and I'll do this. And I think the only time I ever really use red is during Christmas. But I have the paper. I bought this paper recently at Hobby Lobby. This paper I got from my scrapbook store at Frank Garcia Studios last year, the year before. So this paper collection is fairly an older one. I've had it for 2 years actually. It's been 2 years since I bought this one. And so I'm gonna use these two paper pads. I don't think I'll use all of the paper, but I'm gonna use these bags that I got at Dollar Tree. I think maybe over a year ago as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a project with this. There was a video I saw online, and many of you follow her and see her on YouTube. It's oh my gosh, what's her name? Natasha Treasure Books. And so I had seen this video and it was something I was thinking of doing, but I just never really did it. So I thought, let me do that now. And there's so much you can do with these bags. I started folding these and I'm going to show you how I did this. And once you've been crafting for a while, the basics are the basics. No matter which way you look at it, which way you go about it, basics are basics. Once you have your basics down, you can pretty much manipulate the paper to whatever size, whatever project you want to do. So it's a combination of everything that you've learned. Through the years, I've been really good at creating a binder of everything I watched, every video, write down all the measurements. And once you start doing it, you kind of memorize things, you do things, or at least I do. So that's how I learned. I'm old school, so if I watch it, then I write it, and then I practice it. That's just my learning method. I'm a visual learner. I can't just read something and go to it. I have to see it, write it, and then do it. And it takes practice, so don't be hard on yourselves. So I'm going to show you how I'm folding these bags. Super easy. All you need are bags. And again, I'm only going to use 4. I may use more. I'm not sure. I'm going to use this bone folder, and then I'm going to use some wet adhesive. Now, to fold the bags, it's up to you if you want to fold it this way, however you want to do it, but I'm going to fold it so that this will be a pocket later on, and I'm going to fold that in. And as I'm folding it, I'm going to leave the edges as is. You can trim off the edge, again, total preference. I'm going to fold this so that it's even to the edge of the bag. And before I crease it, I'm going to take my bone folder. And this long one came in handy. It came in a kit on Amazon years ago with some sewing, some twine and needles and things. What I'm going to do is I'm going to insert it in the center. You can see it goes through. And I'm going to push this back so that it creates somewhat of a crease. And then it kind of flattens it out a little bit. And it gives you that nice little fold without it being bubbly or crumbly or bulky. Look at how nice this crease is. Now I'm going to show you. You see, and it comes out really nice. You really don't have to do anything else after that. If you were to just fold it like this and do this, you see how it's bulky? You just feel the bulk. By putting your bone folder inside, it kind of creates a little crease on the inside where it flattens it out. You don't want to do it so hard that you're going to rip your bag, but just enough to give it a few back and forth motions. And then it gives you that nice flatter surface at the fold, or thinner surface at the fold. Okay, and so this is what you're going to get. You get a nice flat crease. And I'm going to do that to all my bags. Again, you can do it however you like, but this is just what I do. And this gives me that nice fold on the fold of the bag. It gives me that nice little flat crease, which I absolutely love. And I'm gonna do the same thing here to this one. And you can use any size bag, smaller bags, larger bags, it's totally up to you. It's all preference. Find what you like. Many of you watch a lot of videos, a lot of content creators. take bits and pieces from everything you've learned and do what works for you. You don't have to do it exactly like we all do it, but take the bits and pieces. There's so much talent out here. It's beautiful. Okay, and so now this is what I have. Okay, now I'm just gonna adhere them on top of each other. Now what you have to decide at this point is your first page, you want the flap to the left or do you want it to the right? I personally like my flaps to the right because when you open it, it kind of keeps things inside. I don't know, it's just me. Or you can, you know, do them opposite. So I'm gonna have both pockets facing this way. Okay, because what's gonna happen is this page is gonna be attached to this. So when you open it, it's gonna look like this. So if you want the pockets to the right, then make sure that you do a dry run and you do it this way, okay? Or if you want to do it this way, you can fold it this way too. You'll have a pocket here and you can decide if you want a top loading pocket. If you want a top loading pocket, then you do the U shape with your glue bead and then you adhere it. If you don't want a pocket, lay it flat. If you want a side pocket, just do the U in the opposite direction and fold it this way. So now you have a top pocket, okay? So a side pocket, I'm sorry. So it's absolute preference as to what you want to do. If you want to add tags, I mean, the possibilities are endless. So what I am going to do is I am going to attach my pages first. I don't know, that's what came into my head, so that's what I'm going to do. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to add my adhesive to the very edge, because if I add my adhesive to the edge and I do it edge to edge, it's going to be a tight, snug fit here. So it's going to give you a little alligator opening. So by me doing it a little bit more on the inside and not edge to edge, it'll give my binding a little play. It won't be as tight, if you will. And then it's going to spread out anyway because it is glue and it spreads. And so I'm just going to put them on top of each other and make sure that everything looks even. And I put too much there. And then that's it. I'm going to open it and then I'm going to press, open this one and press. So I didn't add pockets on this one. You don't have to because I'm going to have other pockets on the inside, but I may want a pocket on the other one. I don't know. We'll find out in a minute. So now we have this, okay? And so now we're going to do the same thing to this one. We're going to add the other bag. And you can use decorative edge scissors. I mean, the possibilities are endless. Do what you want. You can do notched pockets if you want. You can do that too. I don't know. I'm very simple in my aesthetic, as many of you have seen. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to add glue to the, not so much to the edge, on my left edge. And I'm going to add an adhesive here and just do this. And the beauty with this glue, as you know, if you follow me for a while, my art glitter glue, you have time. It sets quick, but it does give you a few moments of wiggle room. So if you need to slide your paper, even it out, you have the time to do that, which is great. And I didn't glue the sides. I didn't do any of that, but you can, total preference. You decide how you want to do your project. And then for the back page, I like having it flush. I don't want a pocket. So I'm going to add these two together this way. So this is blank. I'm not blank, but no pocket. And so now I'm going to add this here. And if you have other glue, use other glue. Whatever you've been using, you can use. I'm just preference. This is my drug of choice, if you will. It's art glitter glue. I've been using it for years and it works wonderful. And I just learned not to order it during the winter time because sometimes it gets frozen, and then when it thaws out, it's very watery and it's not the same. So I don't order my art glitter glue in the winter season. So I always make sure I get a big bottle just before winter hits. That way I don't have a problem of it freezing on me. And that's it. Here's our book. Okay, this is what I have so far. I'll get back to you as far as how everything's going to look, but I've already done both of them. I just haven't glued this one together, but I just wanted to show you the skeleton of what the paper bags will look like. Thanks, guys, and stay tuned for the next video. Bye.